As we move forward, technically you're a free agent, but you, Steph, Klay, having probably one of the longest tenures in the league. Did y'all being together, did y'all know it was something special right away?
I think that's something we just realized. You know, like, because when you're in it, it's hard to see. You know, like it's hard to look and be. Now, what I did know is like, yeah, I don't think nobody could beat us. You know what I'm saying? Like us three together, nobody can beat us. But it still wasn't like, yo, this is something special. Like we got something special. It was just like, nah, like we nice and like nobody can beat us. As of late, I say over the last couple years, you really realize like, yo, we really have a special thing. Like we not fighting over attention. We not fighting over you make more money than me or I make more money than him. We're not fighting over none of that. Like we really enjoy being together. And like Bob really helped me realize that Bob, every time he would come walking by, me, Steph, and Klay, we sit at the same table and he would just walk by and laugh like it's so funny to me 10 years later you guys still sit together. Hilarious. Like on the plane.
Yeah.
And when he first said it, I was just like,
Duh. Right.
But then I started to think about and really process what he was saying. And I'm like, I get what he's saying now. Like, not only are we still together 10 years later, but we actually enjoy spending time with each other 10 years later. Like, we enjoy each other so much that on every flight, we sit together and talk and kick it. And like, that's when I started to notice that especially, because basketball is cool, right? Like we've won, that's great. Like, don't take that for granted. But like what makes it special is like, these my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like these are guys who like go to war with. Right. And these are guys that when we're done playing, I'll still keep in contact with. Like, you know, I'm going through free agency right now. And like, you know, you hear this and you hear that and just updating them on like my thoughts. Like every step of the way, I update them. Like, yo, because I don't want it to get down to a point to where if I was to leave, that because you just can't control news anymore. Right. Like it's impossible to control news.
Right. That's getting out. You
know, like it's getting out. And so if I leave, that it's just like wham. Hey fellas, just FYI, I'm gone. You know, like, or
lead a chat.
It come across like your phone and I don't get the chance to tell you. You know, and so I'm like in touch with them like a couple times a week right now, just kind of letting them know my mindset, what I'm thinking, what I'm hearing. Right. You know, just, you know, you hear things and like can't negotiate yet, but what I'm thinking, because I don't want it to come down to that if I'm not offered the offer that I think I should get, or I'm offered better somewhere else and I like that situation more at this point in time in my life, I don't want it to come down to like it's just some abrupt thing and like we haven't talked in weeks and now I'm hitting you up just to tell you I'm going. So I've been like updating them too, like every step of the way over the last couple of weeks about just what I'm hearing, you know, what some of the possibilities may be, just to keep them in the loop. That's our relationship. And that's what makes it special. You know, it's like I feel indebted to them for them to know where I'm at, where my mind's at. Like one day I'm that's like, dope. Bro, like I can't wait for us. And then another day I'm like, I don't know, man. Like we'll see how it turns out. I really don't know. Right. You know, but like I think that's probably the best way I can sum our relationship up. You know, it's like I'm indebted to those guys forever, you know? And like,
y'all link
like,
forever.
You know, like they're my brothers. Like you can never mention me and not mention them. You can't mention them and not mention me. Like we tied together forever. And I think that's what makes it special. Like, yeah, winning championships is great, but like to be connected in such a positive light with two guys for the rest of my life, like I couldn't have chosen two better people to have my name attached to for the rest of my life. Like special. Facts. Special dudes, man.
Shout out Steph, shout out Klay, man.
Look, the NBA season is done, but that doesn't mean Prize Picks is. Guess what sport I'm making money on now? Baseball, baby. Look, I'm up big thanks to Mookie Betts and Mike Trout, who are helping me cash in this season. But I got to let people know what Prize Picks is. I got to do that. Prize Picks is a daily fantasy app. You pick 2 to 6 players like the video on your screen, then pick if they will have more or less than their Prize Picks projections. You aren't competing against other people. It's just you versus the projections available. Look, I know how much I won, but let me tell the people how much they can win. Look, you can win up to 25 times your money on any entry. And on top of that, all first-time users that deposit and use our promo code PODCASTP will receive a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. That means if you deposit $20, Prize Picks will give you $20. If you deposit $100, Prize Picks will give you $100. And like I always say, Dallas, what we say? Dallas. He ain't here. Cha-ching!